my knowledge, we make the most white wines out of all the different wineries in Lodi. There are somewhere around 40 tasting rooms now, but you'll get a great assortment here. We make anywhere between 10 and 14 wines we're pouring at the tasting bar every day, and half of those are in the white category. So we've got some fun, unique wines. We are ABC here. No, anything but Cabernet, anything but Chardonnay. So a little more out of the ordinary stuff. One of our most interesting wines is a white blend, and it's a blend of Viognier, Roussanne, Pinot Grigio, and Sauvignon Blanc. And I have never seen any winery put these 4 varietals together before. Typically you'll see Viognier and Roussanne together, but we just thought the 2 of those, when we mixed them, it just felt a little flat. So we started mixing a little of this and a little of that, and we finally honed in on these 4 varietals that were just bright and aromatic and had a nice crisp finish. None of them are oak, so you get a lot of really bright fruit flavors, and everybody loves it. It's just a general crowd pleaser. You know, whenever we have an event or, you know, lots of people at the winery when we're pouring wine by the glass, it's just the Brillante, because everybody's always happy with it. Now, one of the components of the Brillante is Pinot Grigio. We started out making Pinot Gris, and everyone said, you know, what is Pinot Gris? And Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio are the same grape. One is the French pronunciation, one is the Italian pronunciation. But essentially, it's the same thing. It means gray pine cone in both those respective languages. And when the grape ripens, it's really cool because it turns this gray pink color when it's ripe. And it's unlike any other white varietal. When you bring it into the winery and you're getting ready to process it, everybody freaks out. Anybody new who's never seen Pinot Grigio ripe is like, what is this? Something's wrong. We picked a red grape, because they're so dark and they're so, you know, this funky pink gray color. But, you know, as you can see, when you pour it, it's a white wine, all finished up. We tend to make this in a little bit of a bigger style than, say, the Italians or the French, who make Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio respectively. It's full, it's rich, it has a lot of flavor to it. Sometimes you'll buy a bottle of Pinot Grigio at the grocery store and it just kind of tastes like lemon water. No one has ever accused this of tasting like lemon water at all. It's a nice, rich white. We first started calling it Pinot Gris. People were confused, so we changed the name to Pinot Grigio. We're an Italian-themed winery after all, so it's only appropriate. Passione Rosé. We started making this guy in 2005, which was just the bumper crop of all bumper crops. It was this huge harvest. We had several tons of Sangiovese, more than we needed. And the winemaker and I just sat down one day and we're like, what are we gonna do with all this extra Sangiovese? And we're just racking our brains, and we said, hey, we don't have a rosé, we've never made a rosé, let's play around with it. So we pressed the red grapes and fermented the pink juice. We added a little Petit Syrah to keep it that bright, hot pink color. Entered it in the state fair, best of class. We won best of class at the state fair 3 years in a row. Double golds. It's probably our most award-winning wine. It has a really nice strawberry flavor. Sometimes it has little elements of either pomegranate or watermelon. I get even kind of a little bubblegum note from this, but it's so refreshing. It just has a little hint of sweetness. People love it. It's great during the summer especially. And then also great on super hot days are Piccato. This is a Muscat Canelli, which is another Italian varietal. Super, super aromatic. Muscat has this really unique smell to it, where it kind of smells like orange blossoms, but it's so hard to describe it beyond that because it's just muscatty. Once you smell it, you'll know it forever. It's a sweeter white. It's the ultimate boat wine, pool wine. Awesome with Thai food or anything with a lot of heat to kind of temper the spiciness. But we put it in the blue bottle because I was concerned. I said, gosh, I don't know if people are familiar with Muscat. I don't know. You know, let's play around with it. Let's name it something fun, like Piccato, which means little sin in Italian. So we called it Piccato, we put it in the blue bottle, sold like crazy. And now everybody just calls it the blue bottle. You know, where's the blue bottle? We want some blue bottle. Well, 2 years ago, the blue bottle was sold out. There was a problem with the Italian bottle producer, and we just skipped the whole vintage because without the blue bottle, we couldn't make the Piccato. It's just the quintessential packaging for this Really aromatic, super refreshing, very fun.